So, Silent Hill games. Beloved classics, mishandled in the 2010s, became a sleeping giant up until recently, blah 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 blah. There are countless people who have covered that topic and these games better than I could hope for in the next 5 years. The games are fun, easy to get into, but as the nature of this video indicates, they are a freaking nightmare to collect. Last year I was on a mission to collect them without having to pay anything above their retail price. I was able to collect the first 3 games while sticking to that goal, and I had a lot of fun doing so. So I figured I would share my methods and experiences with you guys as not only a VeggieTales episode, but also as the finale to 2025's Horror Harvest. I will go into the story behind each individual game's acquisition in order of when I was able to acquire each game. We're going to be starting off with everybody's favorite Silent Hill, number 2. And that right there is what is known as a presumptuous statement. And said statement allows me to perfectly segue into today's announcement. I will be starting a new little segment in most videos that I do from now on, and it'll be a question of the day type of thing. That way we can build a little more engagement and a closer bond. Because I love you, bro. And I want to get to know you.
No, wait, please. I'm so lonely.
So yeah, let me know which Silent Hill game is your favorite. Mine is in this video, but it is not number 2. Let's see who can guess it first in the comments. Silent Hill 2's acquisition tale is definitely the least interesting. I was surfing through Facebook Marketplace trying to see what other people were trying to sell Silent Hill games for in my area. For the most part, it was about what you'd expect for inbox pricing, but there was one listing that caught my eye. It was the bare disc for 50 bucks. It looked a little beat up in the picture, so I offered the dude 40 bucks instead, and he agreed to it. He did warn me that he had no way of testing it, but that it had worked the last time he played it. So it's a good thing I live in Vegas because we gambled those odds on this one. Ah, I get it now. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. After driving for about 20 minutes, I picked up the game and then immediately booked it back to my house. The game was stuck on my fiance's finger since he didn't give me a case for it. Once we were back home, I tested the game as soon as possible, and it worked! Now, I don't really care too much about making sure that I have an authentic case and manual because have you looked at these prices? So instead, what I will teach you to do is to go on a handsome little website called The Cover Project. Download your cover of choice and then print it out. I get printing credits at my college, so I went there and had the cover printed for free. I did spend about 10 bucks on a manual though because I couldn't get them to print out just right. But here's the finished result. Now it can forever rot on my shelf. We're gonna maintain the trope of talking about these games out of order of release by moving on to Silent Hill 3. My acquisition of 3 is by far the craziest one because the thumbnail isn't clickbait, dude. I bought this game from a video game lot for only $10. Obviously, as the name implies, it was a lot, so I paid less than 10 bucks for a sealed copy of Silent Hill 3 for PC. Yeah, it's the European version, but I don't give a fuck, it's a sealed copy of a Silent Hill game. Sometime after getting my grubby little mittens on Silent Hill 2, I was at Denny's with the gang. This happened when I was knee deep into this phase I was going through where I was obsessed with wanting to get a sick deal on a video game. I was watching a lot of those short form videos where the person would walk into a thrift store and get like a $300 video game for like 7 bucks. I actually believe I specifically saw one where somebody grabbed Silent Hill Origins for about 7 bucks. Now, whether these videos are faked or not is irrelevant to me. I was on a mission. So for weeks, I was obsessively surfing through Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. So a few moments after our server brings out the food to us, I see this listing on Marketplace. A PC video game slot for $10. No individual pricing bullshit, and among all those games, I see Silent Hill 3, a brand new sealed copy of the European PC version. I hit the person up and they take a while to respond. He had said that I was the first person to have reached out, so he would allot me 1 hour to get to his place and pick up the games. Otherwise, he would default to the next person. And I was not about to lose out to some reseller. So I canceled the Denny's hang immediately, and it was a steel ball run race to the dude's house. All in all, it was a nice little road trip with Azzy, nothing but vibes and jams the whole way there. We got to the area at night and that shit was creepy as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. Dead quiet, dirt roads. Luckily, the dude was not a part of the slasher family. He was actually super nice and chill. He knew that Silent Hill 3 was worth a good amount, but he straight up just didn't care. I guess he had money like that. We stuck around talking about cars for a good bit and then I headed home. To this day, I've yet to open it. Lastly, we arrive at the beginning, Silent Hill 1. Obviously, there's little that could possibly compare to the story behind Silent Hill 3, but this one's still a pretty cool tale in my opinion. This one happened during a time which I was obsessed with specifically finding a sick trade deal. Also inspired by the people on the short form content. I came across this listing for Silent Hill 1 on Facebook Marketplace. It was just a CD, but again, I didn't care. I will literally do anything for any sort of Silent Hill 1 collectibles. It's my absolutely favorite game in the whole series. This one was a little interesting because they didn't explicitly want a cash prize for the game, but instead they wanted to trade for an N64. I didn't have an N64, but I hit them up with my best offer. I was able to convince them to trade their copy of the game for a modded PS3. I don't know about where you live, but in my area, I can get a PS3 for no more than 30 bucks. And that's with all cords, controllers, and sometimes even a game or two. So sometimes I do like to flip them and sell them off modded. It took me a few days to get this one done because I hooked them up with as many games as the hard drive could possibly hold. The entire time I was shitting myself because I was praying to all the higher powers out there that these dudes did not screw me over by selling it to someone else. So eventually I brought them the PS3 and walked out with an authentic copy of my favorite Silent Hill game. I printed out a PS2 styled repro cover, and now I get to have the first 3 games in a very uniform manner on my shelf. I really want to own Silent Hill 4 as it is one of my favorite ones in the entire franchise, but so far it still eludes me. Or so you thought. You see, I wrote this script in early 2025, but one thing led to another and I decided to push it off until Halloween. In the time since then, I now actually came across a decent listing for Silent Hill 4. I was on OfferUp and I came across a listing for the game CIB for 60 bucks. On top of that, I managed to get it down to 40 bucks. On that same day, I raced all the way across the city after work. And once the case was in my hands and I got to open that sucker up so I could inspect the back of the disc, I came to realize this person was only selling the box and manual. Now, in my defense, the listing had a picture of the closed game box and the title specifically said box and manual, not box and manual only. But anywho, that was a huge kick to the balls because I could practically taste the joy of having the OG 4 games on my shelf. But again, that's what I get for being a Dragon Ball fan, I guess. The joke here is that we can't read. I'll definitely make a follow-up video when I'm able to collect more if this video does well. But for now, here is the price I paid and how much they go for, and also how much they retailed for. So again, let me know which Silent Hill game is your favorite, and I'll try to upload some more Silent Hill related videos in the future, hopefully. Though for right now, my first playthrough of Silent Hill left and the entirety of my Horror Harvest too for that matter should be fully up now. I'll have Outro Veggie tell you more about that and hook you up with both of those playlists. See ya! Ooh, it's me, Spooky Veggie. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll be uploading a bunch of horror-themed videos this month as I am running my Horror Harvest. So make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss them, okay? If you want to see more content from me, here's the Horror Harvest 2025 playlist, and another video I think you'll enjoy. See ya!